Okay, this is a podcast about stuff.
What kind of stuff, pray tell?
I don't know. I really don't know. About stuff and things and stuff. Things and stuff. So, yeah, what is this podcast about?
I would think it's about wrestling.
Oh, yeah, it's about that thing. Wrestling. Yeah, this is a podcast about wrestling, and it's about us enjoying wrestling. It's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm your host, Viral Viper, and this is my co-host,
The Renegade Enigma.
Yeah, this is a podcast about wrestling.
Yes.
So how are you, buddy? How the hell are you? What's going on in your life?
How are you?
Yeah, exactly. So we're here to talk about wrestling, I guess.
Yes, sir.
You said it so unenthusiastically. You're like, yeah, let's get to wrestling. Yeah.
No, I said yes, sir.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. So wrestling happened this week, and stuff happened on wrestling, and it was not even gonna say great. I was just gonna say great. That's wrong.
Don't lie to the people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to the people. So, let's start it off with this. Let's start it off with controversy.
Okay.
Start with controversy, and I know people are just like, dude, this is the most low energy way to start off a podcast. You guys usually have more energy. And
it's been low energy every week. What do you expect?
Yeah. So yeah, let's start off with the controversy.
Okay.
Becky Lynch says that the women in WWE are more popular than the people in AEW. WWE's women's division is way better than AEW's women's division. It's stronger than AEW's women's division. They're more on television than AEW's women's division. And it caused an uproar. And I immediately, as soon as I saw that, I went, yeah. And there was so many people that just totally went the complete oh, fuck Becky. Becky doesn't know what she's talking about. Becky's full of shit. Becky is this. And I saw like one person with an actual brain cell go, did you guys actually understand what she said, or you guys just like got mad because she mentioned AEW in a bad way? Like, did you guys like actually sit there and listen? And well, there was a lot of people that just totally shit on her. Like I said, the one person was like, dude, this is wrong. I had 5 minutes of me just being angry, just like yelling at people online for different shit, and that came out after I spent my 5 minutes through the week of just yelling at people for being stupid. So I just decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna let this one go because I know exactly what was going on. And the next day, like, people like vilified Becky all fucking day. The next fucking day, Dustin Rhodes goes, you know what? The WWE's women's division is amazing. We need to get on that level. Holy shit, we're bad. We have to get on that level. And like, everybody's like, you know what, Dustin? Maybe you're right. And I'm like, dude, Becky just said the same thing 24 hours ago and you vilified her. And I'm just like, if you don't have no brain cells, because she actually gave constructive criticism. She did this for a reason. She didn't do this because out of malice. She did it for a reason. Like 100%. This was Becky's way of saying, yo, the women need more time. The women need to step up. to rattle Tony Khan's cage, he's gonna yell and be like, "Yo, these women need to step up." And then Dustin coming right behind him, being in AEW, saying, "Yeah, our women's division needs to be featured more. We need to have more program. We need to put them on TV more. We need to do this." And I immediately heard somebody go, "Well, the ratings go down when women's matches are on, so that's why AEW doesn't put them on." And I'm just like, I just stopped talking and just moved on to the next subject, just like I'm going to do now, because that is the stupidest thing ever. Yeah. Because AEW does have a women's division that needs to be featured, but then I heard that somebody go, "Well, WWE doesn't feature anything. WWE doesn't feature anything." So that's where I point to what we're about to talk about right now. NXT 2.0. It started off with Lash Legend versus Nikita Lyons. It was a match. It happened. And it's like, okay, yeah, that happened. That was a match. But you didn't hear what I said. It was two women. And then at the end of the match, after Nikita Lyons won, you had Natty and Cora Jade show up. That's 4 women in the span of 10 minutes. That's 4 women in the span of 10 minutes. Like, so that's immediately, so right there, you're like, okay, that's 4 women. Then we just keep moving on. And it's like, okay, you start to keep count. And then you're just like, wait, this is WWE, right? Yeah, this is WWE. It counts. So that's part of it. So then we move on. We have Tony D'Angelo. He's on his way to the ring for no reason. He didn't do anything. He's not here to talk about nothing. But he's here to have a match with somebody who, because Zion Quinn broke his arm or something, he has to have a match. So he's going to have a match with Von Wagner. But before that, we have Roderick Strong be a complete jackass to Diamond Lion. I was like, God, you need to step up. And he brings the War Raiders for them to face next week. Were you shocked to see the War Raiders?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot that they existed.
Yeah. Like, I actually thought they were like bound to get released eventually. So.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. But Roddy, like, he's gonna get kicked out of that group.
Yeah. We've been saying that. And he's trying to hold on to them because his last group, they died and he don't want to see the same thing happen. So he's like, dude, I'm like, dude, just relax. Cause like, you're either going to go bye-bye and meet them soon, or you're just going to stay there and then, you're just going to be there. It's whatever. Yeah. So then we had Von Wagner versus Tony D'Angelo. And then into the match comes Legado del Fantasma comes out. And then Tony D'Angelo's 2 goons take out Legado del Fantasma. And while that is happening, Tony D'Angelo gets hit from Santos Escobar in the knee like Tony D'Angelo did to him. Then he gets in the ring somehow. I don't know how Tony D'Angelo and loses to Von Wagner. I'm like, just have him get counted out. That was stupid.
Yeah, would make a lot more sense. Like, it seemed like they're trying to push Tony, but at the same time they just squashed him.
Yeah, no, I understand why they squashed him in like the whole grand scheme of things. It's like, oh, now I need my revenge against Santos Escobar. He's supposed to be matches. I need to get revenge. That's why. No,
that makes sense, but it makes more sense from the standard of what you said, the count out, like loss. It's better that way.
Yeah, but also like they're trying to build Von Wagner up for some godforsaken reason, which I don't really care for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. Then we get to the back and we see Indy and Persia talking to Roxanne. And then walks up Toxic Extraction. That's 6 women on the show. Okay. So Roxanne, which is like really funny because like this is, like I said, I have my 5 minutes of just angrily tweeting because people got really angry because people were like all of a sudden fans of Roxanne. So somebody just gets really just butthurt and angry, goes, yeah, you're fans of her now, but you wasn't fans of her in ROH. So I, being me, getting mad, just go, yeah, wait, you mean that girl from Reality of Wrestling? And immediately, Reality of Wrestling, they liked my tweet, retweeted it, and DM me was like, yeah, like, hey man, like, thanks for shouting us out. I'm like, yeah, no problem, Booker, it's fine. I'm like, dude, like, and like everybody else that was coming in under there was like, oh shit, I had no idea what Reality Wrestling is. What is that? And then like 90 people under it was like, I've never heard of Reality Wrestling. I didn't know anything about that. And I had to go back and say, dude, this is Booker T's promotion. This is where a lot of people that you've never heard of, that's been on TV for like a gazillion years, have been through. And they're like, no, I've never heard of any of these people. Yeah, Ember Moon. Wait, she was there? Yeah, like, see, this is what I mean. Like, these people wanted to be assholes and be like, oh, you've never watched Roxy and ROH. Bitch, that's not where she came from. She came from Reality of Wrestling. That's where she came from. Like, don't be all smug and be bitch because you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe these people like her now. They don't even watch indies. Yeah, no, people can be fans of her now because they're just seeing her. Fine. That's great. But don't try to shit on people to be like, oh, you've never seen them before. So I'm going to shit on you because you shit on people for no reason. Like, let them just have fun. You wanted to be a dick? I was a bigger dick. And my big dick nutted all. There you go. That's what you get. Like, you shouldn't be this way. And like I said, when I get messy, I get really messy because I know my shit. But
You do.
back to the show. So Roxy's standing there and Mandy Rose is mad. She's like, yeah, you beat JC, but you can't beat me. Ha ha ha. So she challenged her for later on the night. This is all Renegade's fault, by the way.
It's always my fault, apparently.
Yeah, no, it's your fault because last week when she debuted, you said, so is she going to re-debut next week? And I said, maybe. And she did re-debut this week. And they even slightly addressed it. It was like, yeah, this is going to be your debut match against me. And I'm like, but she debuted last week. You can't re-debut. But apparently that's what happened.
By the way, miscounted, 7-1.
7-1.
Yes.
So here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, like, all of a sudden, immediately, like I said, fell in love with Roxy. Roxy's a great wrestler, great personality. She's an awesome person, friend of the show. But here's the thing, right? And I didn't go, oh my God, yeah, she is already, because I was like, all right, yeah, no, I know she has everything to be a star. And like, I knew it. And then like looking online and watching everybody just fall in love with her, like easily just go, oh my God, she's going to be a star. Oh my God, she's a star. Oh my God, like Roxy is so awesome. Like she can wrestle, she can talk, she has a look, she has everything. And I'm like, oh, you're not just a star. You're going to be a megastar. If WWE treats you right, you're a megastar. And I can't wait for her versus Cora Jade one day. That's going to be absolutely fun.
That's going to be fucking awesome.
Yep, because it's two best friends fighting it out, which we're going to talk about later.
And those are always bangers.
Yes.
I actually knew she was going to be a star here with her first promo. So, or vignette, whatever you call it.
Yes, but I didn't know what level of star. I didn't know what level of star.
Yeah.
Because Cora was already a star in a lot of people's eyes immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But when she started doing promos backstage and like making you feel something, I was like, oh, she is the star. She's the star of NXT 2.0.
Like the
And
stuff
now
he
you,
did with fucking Raquel, that shit was hilarious. Like,
yes,
he
and
had,
now that you have Roxy, you have two of them. You have two stars that can be on the main roster and like inspire young girls and inspire people to go, oh my god, this is great, this is wrestling, because both of them have lived and died by wrestling. So now that they're here, it's like, oh, we're just taking everything we learned before and turning it into wrestling. And the last time that happened with women, there was only 4 of them, and they run the show right now. So these two are going to step up and be the next generation of that.
and that's gonna be awesome.
So then we get Broke Money in the back, all 3 of them, and Brooks, he just stops and goes, "Oh my God, you're pretty," because Sam Caldwell, who is extremely pretty, walked by. He's like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty. Oh my God." And then like he gets distracted and the other dude's like, "Get your head in the game. You're so stupid." And then like they cut away and went back to the ring. And Brendan Fraser is coming on. Huh?
9 women, by the way.
Yes. Nathan Fraser comes out, and as Nathan Fraser comes out, Grayson Waller beats up his mystery opponent who was out there. Grayson Waller's telling him, like, "Hey, you suck. You shouldn't be here. I don't know why you're here." And then he calls out the Chase University goons. They come out. Andre Chase is in the ring. I lied to you not. Like, they literally had the camera. They had the camera on Grayson Waller. I'm not even joking. They had the whole camera on Grayson Waller. You can see 90% of the ring. I'm not even joking. You see 90% of the ring. All of a sudden, they never cut. They never move. He just gets boom, drop kicked out of the sky. And you're like, the fuck? Like, how? And you know that it's Nathan Fraser. You're like, how? Like, there's not even enough space for you to get that high to drop. Like, you can't get that high to drop kick. You came out from the top of the screen. How? Like, they literally had the whole ring. Like, there's like 10% of the ring missing. How did you get on? How? Like, how? And then, like, he beat him up, and he went for a suicide dive, and he suicide dived him so hard and fast that Nathan Fraser folded up while he was jumping on him, and then jumped back in the ring in like a millisecond. You're like, how? Like, I've seen you wrestle, but I've never seen you wrestle like this. Is like, what the how? He's amazing. He's amazing. But I'm going to tell you the best part about this, because Nathan Fraser gets back in the ring, and Brody from Chase University keeps putting his hand out to shake Nathan Fraser's hand. Nathan is just so in a moment. He's never seen him shake his hand, and he's just like, yeah. And Brody still has his hand out, like, dude, you're supposed to shake my hand. Supposed to shake my hand. He has it out there for like 5 minutes, and then he actually shakes his hand. I'm like, what the fuck?
He let them hang for a minute.
Yes. So then we get the women's breakout tournament announcement, and we get the vignette for Santino Marella's daughter. Now, first off, I'm totally for this, and a tweet that I saw later on made me extremely this. I can smell what's going on here. And I'm like, okay, if this happens, I'm excited because I've been waiting for this for a long time. Because breakout tournament, they announced it and they're like, yeah, it's coming. A women's breakout tournament starts next week. Yeah, it's this. And then I just see eyes. Someone just tweeted the eye emoji. I'm like, finally? And I tweeted the person. I was like, finally? After I tweeted it, I realized what I said, and that was it. Like, it was too serendipitous. I was like, wait, why did I just? Oh my god! Like that, it was that was like I didn't mean to do it, but that was really serendipitous. And I want you know you're like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Why is that serendipitous? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and like it literally it was there. I tweeted finally. Who's the only person that says finally? The Rock. It's the
I caught on after you said that shit.
It's Simone. She tweeted. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, oh my god, that was serendipitous. She wants to be in a tournament, and I hope she's in a tournament. I hope that's a thing. I'm gonna be excited. So then we get back to the show, and then we get Tiffany Stratton. She's mad about Saray. And then Grayson Waller shows up, and he's mad about Nathan. And they're like, let's be mad together. Okay. All right. Who cares? Bye. So then we get a women's tag match, which is Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. I know that's not her name anymore, but who cares? So we get that against Rita Reyes and her tag team partner, who I can never remember her name, or Rita Reyes' new name. So that's another 4 women in the show. Yeah. So, of course, you know, Casey and Kaden win. And I was about to say move on, but there's nothing to move on to. This is just a tag match. Like there was nothing else here. It's just a tag match.
Move on to the next segment.
I know. We get Brooks Jensen. He gets beat up, and everybody's like, "Okay, cool, whatever." So we get what was her name? Kaylee Ray is now Alba Fire. So okay, that's her name.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah. So we get Electra Lopez and Legado del Fantasma versus Broke Money and the girl from Broke Money, who name escapes me. Fallon Hill, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's just Briggs and Fallon versus the 3 of them, and they of course get defeated because it's 3 on 2. So yeah. So that's yeah. So then we get Natty, and she says that her and Lash Legend next week are going to take out Cora and Nikita Lyons. I'm like, oh, okay, tag match, player. So then we get we get another promo for somebody in the. Her name is Kiana James. So that's another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Solo Sikoa versus Trick Williams with Cameron Grimes on commentary and Mello out there too. Of course, Solo wins. Then Mello gets in the ring. And when Mello gets in the ring, Cameron gets in the ring. And Cameron and Mello are arguing. And Solo goes to kick Mello, but he hits Cameron. So Cameron's on the grind. They're like, okay. You think he's going to apologize? He's like, nah, next week I got a title shot. I don't care. So, yeah. So then we get BBC. And Idris is trying to... What is Malik? Yeah, Idris and Malik. Idris is trying to get Malik to be more confident. And he's telling him, hey, man. He's like, you're strong. You're smart. You're awesome. And he's like, he doesn't have the confidence. And he tells him to look in the mirror. And then he finally gets the confidence. And then they get ready to go out there. And I didn't know who they were going to face. I'm like, all right, they're going out there to win. They're going to win. Oh my God, they're going to face the War Raiders. Oh, okay. But the funny part was they actually had a competitive match with the War Raiders. They didn't just lose. They went out there and almost beat the War Raiders. Really close to beat them. I was like, oh my God. They almost beat the War Raiders. I was actually shocked.
But not a squash.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. But of course the War Raiders did win, and then the Creeds came out and they said, hey, next week it's you and us. But still, I was very surprised that the BBC lasted that long. So then we go to the back and we see Santos Escobar. And he says, next week, me and you, we're going to have a sit down. And we're going to come to a meeting to see who really runs NXT. We're going to see who really is the Don of NXT. Like me and you, Tony D'Angelo, we're going to have a sit down. And I'm like, oh, okay, why don't you guys just fight, though? Like, that would be fun. Okay. Then we get a Wesley promo. Wesley's on the beach trying to figure out who he's going to be and who he is and what's wrong with him. And he had the titles. He lost the titles. Then he lost the titles again. But this time, it wasn't because we got pinned. It was because of something else. And he just never says why he lost the titles. And it's like, dude, just say the dude is gone. Like, it's just so weird. So fucking weird.
Are they allowed to say that? Because
no.
there's some legality to that.
No, but like you can say just like Nash is gone. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
So then we have Tony D'Angelo with his two paisanos, who are probably going to be a tag team, who are his muscle. They look so skinny and like they could get knocked over by a stick, but like they're his muscle. Like, okay,
like how the hell?
Exactly.
It's like me being your muscle.
Yeah. So that happened. So then we have the main event, Roxy versus Mandy Rose. So they're having this match, good match. Roxy's actually wrestling her fucking ass off. Mandy is too. And like Roxy gets tripped up by Toxic Extraction. And of course Mandy gets to win. And then Wendy Chu pops up. She pops up with two super soakers and ready to soak them. And they run. They're like, we're not getting super soaked now. We're smart. Then, of course, like Wendy had a something. She was like, haha, I'm going to drop a net on you too. Haha. And then her and Roxy came with Silly String and sprayed them down. Oh my God, that's actually funny. So, yeah, they...
Super soakers from?
I don't know. So then they closed, like, that was the main event. Then we had another woman debut for the tournament. And I was just like, okay, like, they've announced, like, so many people. Her name is Sloane Jacobs. I'm like, this is like 8 people already they debuted for this tournament. Like, I want to see the brackets because these are all people who have not been on the show yet. Like, they haven't been on the show. I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of women that they have just like in the back. How the fuck did they do this? So then we have Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy comes out with his druids. I don't know how they turned a fucking left-wing dude into fucking a fuck. And like, to me, like, I'm not gonna say this, I'm not gonna be too political, but I'm going to say this little part. I feel like that's how they feel the left is. Just a bunch of cultists. And like, that is the total inverse of what's going on. But I'm not gonna speak anymore. But anyway, so he's out here and he's talking, and then Rick Steiner comes out. I didn't know Rick Steiner actually looks this small now, but he's very small.
You get old, you shrink.
Yeah, Rick comes out and he's like, hey, leave my son alone. And then Braun comes out and he starts beating up the Druids. Joe Gacy gets him. Then he's laying down. This is actually a cool shot, and I dare anybody to say that this is not. This is a cool shot because fucking Joe Gacy's in the ring. All of the Druids are lined up. They take the belt, pass it to each other, passing it, and it passes it to Joe Gacy in the ring. I'm like, oh my god, that's actually a cool ass visual. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, that was actually really fun. I enjoyed that.
He winds up winning that shit, which I doubted. Like, that better like be a thing.
Yeah, he's like totally not winning that at all.
Yeah, nah, I don't see it either. But if it does happen, like randomly, that better like continue to be a thing.
Yeah, because that was really good.
Yeah.
So on Monday, we celebrated the 20th anniversary of Randy Orton. And they started off with a video package of Randy. All the guys are around the ring. Everybody's sitting there. Seth is sitting at the table. I'm like, okay, cool. So then they bring out Randy. Riddle brings out Randy. Randy's there. They're talking. They're having a nice little discussion about, hey, yeah, I did all of this, blah, blah, blah. And then Riddle goes, hey, I got a surprise for you. You know what his surprise was?
Oh my god, who is it?
It's Cody Rhodes.
Oh my god, Cody Rhodes.
And then Cody comes out, and then Seth comes out and yells, no, you're not going to talk about the future without talking about me. Cody, you shouldn't be here, blah, 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 blah. And then Ezekiel gets to the ring and says, hey, you're talking about the future. I'm the future. Hi, I'm Ezekiel. And then, like, immediately Seth is looking at him, pulled back his hair, pulled out his eyes, and like, dude, you're not. And all of a sudden, out of no fucking where, Kevin Owens goes, okay, that's it, stop the lying. Like, this guy's a fucking liar. And I'm like, dude, like, wait. He's like, no, he's a liar. And Steph's like, yeah, I kind of think he is. so they're trying to figure it out. It was so funny. And then the Usos show up, and Usos like, hey, listen, we the ones, or twos, or threes, or fours, whatever. We gonna take your title. And so Adam Pearce comes out and says, hey, 8-man tag later on with all of you guys. Haha. See you later. And you're like, okay, whatever. So that was a thing. I mean, it was cool. Then we had the women's title match. Sonya Deville versus Bianca Belair. Bianca throws Sonya outside. Sonya goes over the table. Gets counted out. No count out. This is where we're going with this. Gets back in the ring. Hits her. DQ. No DQ. Then she pulls Carmella and Zelina come down there to help her. None of that works. Bianca won, beating all of the odds, and Glam Slams or KODs Sonya Deville in her hometown. Bianca still is the champion. Yeah, I guess it's the right thing to do. Wasn't the wrong thing.
It's kind of scary when it's their hometown, though, because you know that's never. It's usually like a fucked up thing.
Yeah, but I kind of figured that this was going to happen because of the whole Sonya Deville. And then Sonya gets in the back. She slaps Zelina. She didn't slap her as hard as she slapped the shit out of fucking Carmella. She slapped Carmella so goddamn hard. Carmella fell on the floor. Yeah.
Apparently, she slapped Zelina so hard, Zelina caught her pendeja.
Yes. So then we get Judgment Day. Edge cutting his Edge promo, and Damian Priest saying, Finn Balor, I'm going to take you out. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. But that's all I can say is, I'll talk about it later, but like, there was like nothing else to say about that. Like, yeah, that happened.
Did they Finn Balor with this group?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So Then we had Veer versus Tim the Tatman. And
He actually said it.
that was actually really fun. Of course, Tim got his ass beat, and then he went back to streaming on YouTube. But yeah, Veer beat Tim the Tatman. So I was like, okay, well, that was a thing. So then we had the setup for the arm wrestling contest, Omos versus Bob Lash. I'm like, okay, well, this is gonna be a letdown, of course. But oddly enough, it wasn't a letdown because Bob Lash won. I was like, oh, okay, Bob Lash won. And then he gets his ass beat and almost slams the goddamn table on Bob Lash so many fucking times. You're like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
I think he really hurt him.
Yeah, he fucked him up. So then we get Dana Brooke and Reggie versus Tamina and her husband Tozawa with Truth as the ref. And Renegade immediately says, can Truth pin for the 24/7 championship? So after Dana gets the win, Truth rolls up and tries to 1-2-3 her. And she kicked out. And I was like, there's your answer.
Slow count though. Like, he's a fucking idiot. I would have won fast as shit.
Yeah, but I think he was kind of tired from doing this count before, and that's why. So then we had a segment with Big Time Bex, and she's angry. She's never been out here without the title. She doesn't know how to feel. She's lost. She wants something back. And then all of a sudden, Asuka fills up. So
Back.
yeah, and this is actually full circle. Because the last time Bex didn't have a title was the last time Asuka. Because when she gave up her title and she gave it to Asuka, she was going home to be a mom. That was the last time she saw Asuka. And now, after all this time, Asuka is back, and Asuka is gonna face Bex. So yeah,
Amazing. Good story right there.
yes. Asuka just like flicks Becky's nose and makes Becky run away as usual. It's like, okay, they're gonna fight eventually. So yeah, that's the thing. So I mean, like, I'm glad to see her back. Like, that was a big return.
Yeah.
So then we had Finn Balor. He's coming out for his match against Damian Priestley. And so, yeah, to get back to what you said about Finn being Judgment Day. Finn would fit with Judgment. Would fit with Judgment Day if I didn't think Finn was going to leave.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've been saying, I think he should leave. I've been saying, I think he should leave. 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 And he posted, like, this was funny because he posted the first original post was, oh, this is me and all of my accomplishments. It was just like me and all of my accomplishments. And he left it at that. Then he decided to go one step further and put Bullet Club behind it. It was like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna just put Bullet Club behind it. And he put the Bullet Club logo, and it was like, immediately sparked everybody's speculation. But the funny part about it was when he posted the first photo, I immediately said it was like, oh, this isn't what you think. Like, look at everything that's there. And everybody was like, yeah, no, all of his accomplishments in WWE, like, yeah, all of that. But like, no, are you actually looking? Yeah, I was like, are you fucking looking? Like, right there, like, it's the IWGP Junior title, the Junior Tag title, the fucking Best of the Super Juniors title. Like, it's right there. Like, everything was right there. Like, it was right there, guys. I was like, why are you not looking? And everybody's like, no. It's like, it just was his accomplishment. Then when he said the Bullet Club thing, everybody was like, oh my God, he's he's speculating and leaving. I'm like, dude, that's why he put the Bullet Club, because people were so goddamn dense. They didn't start speculating when he put out the first photo. I'm like, this is dumb. Because, like, when I saw the first photo, I'm like, yo, he has other accomplishments in that photo. I'm like, that seemed weird to me immediately. I'm like, that's weird as shit. And then when he put Bullet Club, I was like, oh, that's not as weird as what I thought. It's official. He's looking for an exit. The Prince is back. So
not only that, he's carrying the Bullet Club as an accomplishment because he basically created it. But like, I think he's leaving.
Yeah. Like the only way he's staying is for the money. And I know somebody would be like, "Well, AEW can offer you more money." Not right now. Like, I'm being honest, like not right now. Like right now, WWE's offering you like the most money. And to be honest, if he wants to go wrestle some, then do it. If you want to continue wrestling for WWE, I know people will be like, well, he's going to be jobbed out. Yeah, like maybe. Or he's just like, I want the money. Because like either way, he's going to be fine. Like taking an exorbitant amount of money, great. Going to wrestle and having more accomplishments and being back into New Japan, that's awesome. Like either way, I don't know what's going on. I would rather him go to New Japan. But if he stays, I hope he gets like a ton of money. Just like a gazillion dollars.
As long as he's happy, that's all I care about. I don't care where he goes.
Yeah, I prefer him to go to New Japan, but like I said, if he stays, I hope he gets a gazillion dollars. That's it. So then we had the Miz TV segment with the Miz and the Mouth Titan Theory. So, so Theory shows up and Theory's talking, and they're talking all this shit about titles and all of these accomplishments, and then a bunch of people surprised, not mine. Mustafa Ali shows up and we're like, But yeah, how'd you feel about Mustafa Ali's show?
It was cool, but at the same time, like my OCD kind of hit me. It's just a me thing. Like, you know what I mean? He was healed for no reason. That's just a me thing. Other than that, it's good.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's exactly the thing about heels and faces. When you take longer than a few months, off, you immediately become the reverse of what you are. If you take longer than 3 months off, you become the opposite. Especially if you stay in the same company. If you stay in the same company, you like immediately reverse. Because it's the best way to do it. Because like if you go away a good guy, you have to come back a bad guy. If you go away a bad guy, you have to come back as a good guy. Because it feels like you need, like going away immediately causes a change for no reason. Like good or bad, it just causes a change.
That's a good point. That has happened before.
Yeah. So immediately they just talk about Mustafa Ali and go, yeah, didn't you take your ball and go home? Didn't you lose? Didn't you leave? And the funny part about this... No, that's what I'm about to say. The funny part about this, a lot of people got angry about that. This was like, Ali was okay with it. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm all right. He's like, yeah, I'm all right with this. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people was like, wait, what? Like, no, he was okay with this. Like, he was 100% okay with this. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, he winds up slapping the Miz. And then he tells Theory he wants the U.S. title, which immediately I'm like, okay, I want him for the U.S. title, but at the same time, I know that he's not going to beat Theory for the title because they feel about Theory right now. Like, they feel like, yeah, like, this is what we're going to build the company on. This is our guy. And even John Cena said something about him being like this future John Cena or whatever. I'm like, I see it, But at the same time, like you can put the title on Mustafa Ali. That would work.
Yeah.
So we get Miz versus Mustafa Ali, and of course, Miz goes for the figure four. Mustafa Ali counters it, rolls him up into like some kind of foot-legged pin. 1, 2, 3, and just throwing this out there. This is like one of Miz's best matches. Just saying.
Yeah, it was. But Theory, like, he could lose that title, like it don't matter, like, and then push him to SmackDown, give him the Intercontinental Championship. You know what I mean? Because the fucking US title is a precursor. Like, that's how. So you know, you don't need to keep it for long. He could have a big push after this, an even bigger push. The US title is a push.
Yeah. And then after that, Mustafa Ali gets attacked by Ciampa, who has no first name. He's just Ciampa now. So, ironically,
who's he feuding with?
Mustafa Ali. No. He's feuding with Ciampa. Like, you can't just go right to Theory right now.
Okay.
Like, give Ali and Ciampa a little series. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that. The CWC coming full circle. And I know people are like, wait, what? Yeah, they were both in the Cruiserweight Classic together. Yep.
I actually think they faced each other.
Might have. So, coming right out the Ciampa, you go to Rhea Ripley, and I know people are like, what? There's no judgment there. There's no judgment there. The correlation between those two. There's no judgment.
No.
So then they're doing Rhea, and out of nowhere comes Liv Morgan to beat the shit out of Rhea. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Liv beat the shit out of her. Like, I don't mean just a little bit. Liv fucked her up. I was like, okay. So then was actually kind of funny. So we get Kevin Owens talking to Alpha Academy, and Chad Gable's like, dude, where's my money? He's like, no, he's like, your test was broke. You let him lie. I'm not paying you nothing. He's like, dude, he's like, no, get out of here. So Seth Rollins comes up to Kevin and goes, buddy, hey. Kevin's like, buddy, you called me fat ass last week. What do you mean? He's like, no, it was just the heat of the moment. He's like, no, how can I trust you? He's like, you're not my best friend. He's like, no, I'm still your best friend. And they just start arguing a little bit. And then the Usos show up and like, hey man, we need to get on the same page. And then like Seth tries to put his arm around Kevin. Kevin's like, get off me.
It was.
So then we have the Randy 8-man main event with Cody, Randy, Riddle, Ezekiel versus the Usos, Kevin, and Seth. So it was a good match. It was a good match. I mean, it was what you would expect from this big match. And then of course everybody hit their finisher at the end, and of course Randy hit like 2 RKOs. Everybody went home happy. Everybody celebrated Randy night. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, I expected something to go wrong. Celebrate someone with a long accomplishment like this. Like, something's bound to happen. Like, person gets attacked or something. Nothing really happened.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because it was Randy.
Yeah.
I feel like because it was Randy, that's why things went straight like this. So yeah. So that was Raw. Now on to Dynamite. It started out with CM Punk coming out because he was on commentary. And the first match was FTR facing each other, Dax and Cash, which had a fucking banger match. Like they combined like 7 different matches into one and made them. They combined Brett versus Bulldog, Brett versus Perfect, Brett Owen, like mostly bunch of Brett matches, and he just combined them all into one, and like had a fucking great match. And of course, Dax was gonna win because Dax is the most over and trusted one out of the two. And Renegade made the joke to me, go, yeah, which one is which? Because I often forget their names. And I go, oh, it's one is hair and one is bald. And not even 5 minutes later, Punk goes, yeah, he's like, I often forget their names. I can't tell them apart, so I just call them hair and bald. If you try to figure out which one is, the one with the hair is hair, and the one bald is bald. And I'm like, say that. I just made that joke.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just steal my joke immediately. Like, what the fuck?
Like, that shit was fucking crazy. That shit, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I just made that joke, and he just, like, immediately stole the joke. I'm like, what the fuck?
Funny part, I could actually tell them apart in fucking AEW, like their names, but like I couldn't really tell their names apart in WWE.
Like, okay, listen, I couldn't tell their names. Listen, I can't tell their names because like they're synonymous together, so it's just Dax and Cash, or like Dawson, Cash and Dawson. It's just like it's connected, so I never separate the two. Like, oh, I have to tell which one is which. Like they're synonymous together. Because even when Dax is like online talking, which like it's like, oh, it's Uncle Dax. I'm like, yeah, that's Dax because I know you because I see your Twitter handle. Like I know I see your Twitter handle. I see the mustache. When you two are together, it's Dax and Cash. Like immediately, just Dax and Cash. Like, I can't separate the names. I can't be like, oh, this is this one. And, like, that's how I get them confused easily.
It's kind of similar to, like a Miz and Morrison and whatever. Like,
yes.
when they first broke up, like, people still used to say Miz and Morrison, regardless.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, I know who Cash Wheeler is. I know who Dax Hardwood is. I know who they are. It's just... their names are so synonymously stuck together that I just kind of just forget who is who.
Yeah.
So then we get CM Punk, and CM Punk's out there. Now this is what fucked me up because like this segment was actually supposed to be him and Hangman Page actually having something, but Hangman Page has COVID, so get well, Hangman Page. So this is what fucked me up about this whole thing, right? So Punk is out there and he's cutting his promo about how they're going to have a match at Double or Nothing. And he's walking around saying shit and he walks right in front of Kip Sabian. And he stands there for like a minute and Kip Sabian has the box in his head. And I'm like, oh, Kip Sabian's going to jump him. Kip Sabian's going to jump him. Kip's going to jump him, right? And he just walks off and like Punk just keeps walking around. I'm like, so he's not going to attack it? Because like I know people are like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, that's Kip Sabian with the box. Never forget it. Yeah, I was kind of confused.
That's kind of like a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah. So then we had like a little backstage with Scorpio Sky talking about how he's gonna win the title tonight and how he's gonna keep his promise to Frankie Kazarian. So then we had the Blackpool Combat Club fighting against the Factory. No longer Nightmares, just Factors. And of course, the Blackpool Combat Club beat the Factory because one, they're in Yuta's hometown, and also the Blackpool Combat Club is just fucking awesome. So that's the thing.
And the Factory jobbers.
Yes. So then we have a backstage thing with Tony, Britt, and Jamie, and then all of a sudden, here comes Ruby. And Ruby makes a joke, was like, yeah, you guys always stick your dick and stuff. So Jamie immediately checks Britt, was like, do you have a dick? And like, I was like, that's actually fucking hilarious. And then Britt goes, listen, like, I know that you guys are here, but you know what? I'm going to go to your home in your favorite place, cater it. It's like, dude, this kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh. It's true, but Fred, god damn, dude.
But they're wrong.
That's kind of harsh. They're kind of fucking up. Like that's kind of harsh, bro. And I know somebody are like, hey, what about the woman counter? 27 women on fucking NXT and about 15 women on Raw. So there's the count. We only have 4 here on AEW. No, they're like, well, later. They're like, no, later on there's gonna be more. I'm like, yeah, like I said, we're gonna have the count because they're like, there was 2 women's matches on Raw. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, there was multiple women's segments. So yeah, but back to AEW. So this, like, I know a lot of people actually missed this part, and I'm like, how did y'all miss this part? This is fucking part of the story. So we get to the back, and we have Jurassic Express, and Jungle Boy is talking about how he feels like a loser. He's like, yeah, I feel like a loser. And immediately Kristen goes, you are a loser. And I was like, wait, what? And then he was like,
I said the same thing.
He's like, wait, but you have to pick yourself up. Put that title back on your shoulder. And he was like, yeah. It was like, okay. And I'm like, and the way he said it was like not in a like, I'm trying to motivate you or like talk you up. It was like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, you're a fucking loser. And I'm like, so it's like another seed in this story that like we've been telling you that's gonna happen is gonna fucking happen. And like, so they're standing there, and Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs come in and say, listen, we're the number 3 rated tag team, so that's what's up. Us versus you guys, tag team championship. And I'm like, all right, I'm not against it at all. I'm not against it at all.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So then we get Lance Archer coming out, and then we get MJF talking shit, and he's like, all right, Wardlow's not going to have any music. He's going to come out, and yeah, he's going to face Lance Archer. So they had a match. They actually had an all-right match. And I know people are like, oh my God, this is Wardlow's best match. I've never seen him do this. And I'm like, okay, either you guys just have like goldfish memory or you guys are just dumb. Because they were like, yo, I've never seen him do the head scissors takedown. And it's like, y'all missed that Cody Rhodes match. Like, did y'all like black that out your mind where we even was like, oh my God, I didn't know he could do. And then when he did the senton, they was like, I've never seen a big man do the senton. I'm like, I remember him doing the senton like 3 times. This wasn't new.
Honestly, at one point, it was like a signature.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm like, I'm not saying this to be like, oh, this is like his stuff from before you guys didn't see it. It's like all of this stuff happened in AEW. Like none of this is just new. It's like all of this was AEW stuff. So don't tell me that you like that this was like some new shit. It's just like selective goldfish memory where people are like, oh shit, like I can't believe he did this. Like what the fuck?
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and of course Wardlow beat the shit up. Lance Archer powerbombed him like 7 times. Like that part is kind of actually impressive. That's the part that everybody should have been impressed with. The way he just manhandled somebody with a back injury. And I know somebody's like, wait, what? Yeah, he has a back injury. He was out for a while with back surgery. This is not even too long ago, like probably 2017, 18? Yeah, he had back surgery. Like he had really, really bad back surgery. I don't remember what exactly happened, but he had back surgery. But yeah.
Props to him for taking this match then.
Yeah. So then we had the Jericho Jerk-Off Society, and they're having this press conference, and they're talking to fucking Eddie Kingston and like LAX, and they're saying, hey, blah, 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 blah. They asked him about something, and like LAX gave him the middle finger. I was like, okay. And then like I forgot what Jericho's even put a hit out on him or like bury him or do something. Like he used something that like somebody like Jericho shouldn't use. And Eddie got in his face and like told him like, yeah, you're not real gangster, blah 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 blah. And the next time you say this to me, and like he basically kind of scared Jericho. And this point, I literally said this while he was saying this. I was like, this is a 3-on-5 situation. This is a 3-on-5 situation. They kept saying, yeah, we don't need anybody. And the way that they scared them, and everybody just immediately thought, yeah, like they don't need anybody. I'm like, dude, it's a 3-on-5 situation. Like, please tell me you guys are paying attention. Nope, no one's paying attention. Okay. No one's paying attention. Yeah. So then we have Serena Deebs versus Hikaru Shida in a Philadelphia street fight. And they're fighting, and Serena Deebs beats Hikaru Shida. Like, the bad part about this is, like, I feel like I should be more invested, but when this feud being the way it is and how I want it to be over and never happen, I was mentally checked out. And, like, the funny part about it is, like, the people who usually rave about this match was like, I'm like, yeah, like, at least you guys felt the way that I felt. Like, It was like, Then we get MJF calling somebody, and he says, yeah, you can't teach that or some bullshit, leading to Big Cass and Enzo showing up next week to fight Wardlow, which I'm okay with Big Cass facing Enzo or WC Morrissey, whatever his name is. Like, I'm alright with that.
Yeah, me too. Could be an interesting match.
Yes. So the House of Black, they were talking about Fuego, who flew too close to the sun. That's what they were talking about. They killed him. And so in the ring is quote unquote Alex Abrahantes. And like immediately soon as I saw him in the ring and his face was covered and like you could hear his voice, I immediately said, that's Phoenix.
You did say that.
I was like that. And you heard his voice, but like you like apparently thought he was talking right there. I'm like, not you, but like the people like actually thought that.
No, I got you.
I'm like, that's Phoenix. And then here comes Penta, and then here comes Pac. And I'm just like, I keep yelling at the House of Black. I'm like, that's Phoenix. That is Phoenix. And then here comes Alex Abrahantes, and everybody's like, what? And then like Phoenix reveals himself, and everybody goes crazy. I'm like, dude, how did you not know that was Phoenix? Like, soon as you seen him, it was like, soon as you seen him in the ring, it was Phoenix. It was immediately Phoenix. And I'm not playing. Yeah, and I'm not playing Mr. Hindsight. It's like I literally just looked at him and was like, oh, it's just Phoenix. Like, Phoenix is back. But yeah. So then we have a backstage with Swerve and Darby Allin. And it's funny because as soon as Swerve left WWE, the first person he said that he wanted to face was Darby. I'm going to face Darby because Darby's a friend of mine. I'm going to face him. And match on Rampage. And when they start mentioning like their past, I saw a bunch of people go, wait, they have a past? They wrestled before? I'm like, dude, like, are you following Swerve? Swerve literally tweeted it out, especially when Darby was wrestling in Defy. Like, he talked about, yeah, we're gonna see each other again. When he went to Defy and wrestled Nick Wayne, he literally told Darby, yo, he's like, Darby was in the ring right after Darby wrestled Nick Wayne, and he was like, yo, he's like, yeah, we're gonna see each other again, whether it's here or AEW, we're gonna see each other again. Like, all right, friend. And like, just as a friendly thing. And like I said, people just totally forgot about it. So then we had Steve Dorsey and Red Dragon with their new Undisputed Elite shirts, which are, yeah, they're cool. And then the Young Bucks came out without the shirts, which is because what happens later. So they're taking Big Shorty, Lee Johnson, Dante Martin, and Varsity Blondes. So, of course, the Undisputed Elite beat them. Then after they beat them, like, they give the Bucks the shirt. The Bucks put on the shirt. And immediately somebody was like, oh, they're doing a Game You Force pull. I was like, I hate you because that's exactly what it looked like. So then they like, wait a minute, there's a commotion in the back. Oh my God. And what is it? It's a Jericho Jerk-Off Society versus Eddie Kingston and LAX. LAX is on the floor, and then Eddie Kingston gets a fireball thrown in his face. Oh my God. Why did that happen? Is it because they were outnumbered, which we've been saying for months they need to bring in the other guys? But yeah, well, I can't wait till that happens.
Right. I wonder how long it's gonna take.
No, it's gonna take about 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, they'll be here. So they announced something for next. I talked about before should happen. So they announced Mercedes Martinez versus Deonna Purrazzo next week on Dynamite for the Ring of Honor Women's title. I was like, that's
unification per se? Something?
No, it is unification, but I was like, oh, that's why they held it off, because they wanted it to be on Dynamite. This actually be very interesting because if I'm not mistaken, I think Deonna Purrazzo is still under contract with Impact. And Mercedes Martinez is completely under contract with AEW. So this is kind of weird. Like, would they let somebody from another company keep the title? Or are they just going to put it on Mercedes because she's here? I don't know.
I would go with whichever one would, like, give out more money, which in this case, in my opinion, Deonna.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if Deonna's still under contract with Impact, then don't do it. Like, then don't put the title on her. If she's like, yo, I have no more time. Impact, I'm done. I'm straight up here. Then that's great. Other than that, I don't know. So then we have the main event. Ladder match. Sammy versus Scorpio. So they're having this match. They're going at it. Sammy does some dumbass thing where he jumps on the floor and fucks himself up. Somebody falls on the barbed wire ladder. Paige Van Sant fights. Oh my God, I almost called her Tammy Lynn Fitch.
Wow.
Fights Tay Conti. Sammy falls, Sammy gets up, Sammy falls, Sammy gets up. Scorpio wins the title, which is actually, I didn't see that coming. I thought they would keep it on Sammy. But Scorpio wins the title. And immediately Frankie comes out. So Frankie comes out, and Ethan Page is looking at him like, you son of a bitch, get out of here. Fucking hate you. Like Scorpio shakes his hand and everything, and Ethan Page is like, fuck out of here, you son of a bitch, I hate you. Get away from my friend. This is my friend. He's my friend now.
That was when I bet you trying to invent like a secret handshake like they got.
Dude, like, that's gonna be so funny. But like, I 100% know that this is gonna be like some weird thing between the two of them. Because he definitely doesn't like this, because he's like, this is my friend, not your friend. Like, dude, this is so cute. That's so cute.
Ego before he faced Scorpio.
There's still time.
Yeah.
There's definitely still time.
The winner gets uncusted to Scorpio.
Mm-hmm. So what else? What else can I talk about? This stuff. Oh yeah, New Japan is a bunch of people to save a bunch of people's lives. I don't know how this is possible.
Okay.
So, okay, the great old Karn saved a little girl like a couple weeks ago. So that was like, oh yeah, that's cool. So President Obari goes back to Japan and some little girl falls on the tracks and he helps save her. I'm like, dude, like, is everybody just saving people in Japan? What is happening? Yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
Kamen Rider and all that shit.
Yeah, they just keep saving people. So, question. Because this is a big question which a lot of people are trying to figure out. WWE are going to start running big stadium shows soon. How? How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about that, honestly?
Would people go the way the world is now? You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I really think of. Like,
yes. I 100% yes, people will go. But do you think WWE has the product to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was actually trying to figure out that too. It's like, you guys are really trying to run this, and it's like, oh, this is a big show. Should you guys do this? And they're like, no, we're doing this regardless. And I'm just like, okay, well, whatever.
Hopefully it works out, but I don't think so.
Yeah. So, okay. We have to talk about the Ember Moon thing.
Okay.
Because Ember Moon was talking about her time in NXT 2.0. And she gave a candid thing, and a lot of people are just like really divisive on this. And I'm like, dude, how? Like, look at what's going on. And what she said, it wasn't even like this big bad thing that she said about what was going on. So Ember Moon was talking about, hey, like, I knew the last month that I was there because they started changing everything in NXT. She said, for some reason, all of a sudden, Hunter was gone. She said he just disappeared, and like no one would tell us anything. No one would tell us nothing. She was like, before that, it was perfectly fine. Everything was great, and like we had like this great synergy. And Hunter was there. We could talk to him, and we understood what was going on. And then all of a sudden, he just disappeared, and things changed. And people were like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then she was like, "Also, they kind of wanted her to dress more scantily clad because that's the new way that 2.0 was going." Which, like, you definitely, if you're not paying attention, like, you definitely see it. It's like, they're pushing to more scantily clad women, trying to draw the eyes of young boys to go, ooh, sexy women. Oh, this is where I want to watch TV. This is it. Oh, hot women. And like, that's objectifying women, and that's why, like, I understand what they're doing. Like, it's objectifying women. And she was like, yeah, I didn't really want to be there, and I knew like I wasn't going to be there long. So when they let me go, I was like, okay. She was like, I wasn't mad. She was like, I was okay because of everything that happened. But she said, like, it definitely was like, she said if Hunter was there, everything would be totally different because they were a different, like, he was there, he had the passion. And this is like the 9th time I've heard somebody just like go, he had something different with all of us. Like, he made us feel comfortable. He let us be us. We felt like we were doing something, and this was our thing. And he just let us be a family, and this is how he treated us. But then when he was gone, it was just, he was gone. He changed. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. Like, that sucks. And she said, yeah, she felt violated the way that they were trying to change her and the stuff that he was doing. She was like, yeah, I'm totally happy to leave. So people were like upset, like, I can't believe they're trying to change. They were trying to change Ember Moon, and like Triple H didn't know what he was doing, and everybody immediately was. She literally said Triple H only person that she trusted, and when he disappeared, not just left, disappeared. Like, and that's bad. Like, that's bad. The way that everything changed when he just disappeared.
And no one knew what was going on at the time either. So
yeah, and it's kind of strange because like says he left. They literally just go, no, Triple H didn't just like leave after time. He just disappeared. Like they just said, he just vanished, and like no one knew where he was. No one reached out. They're like, now looking back at it, they're like, oh, this is like that's why. But he just everybody says he just disappeared. Like just immediately, just like once Vince got there, he just disappeared, and it's like, damn.
I think like had like they let Triple H's crew handle everything, you know, like what was it? Shawn, Regal and all of them handle it, everything would have been fine.
Yeah, and like the only person that's still there that's helping out is Shawn. Shawn's the only person that's still there. Everybody else is gone.
They ain't getting rid of Shawn.
Yeah, they're not. It's like, okay, everybody's gone. So like there's nothing left of that NXT at all. They hated that so much that they had to get rid of it and got it from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's all Vince project, and this is what he wants. So I mean, yeah.
Oddly enough, so far Raw has been like the best show of the week, in my opinion.
I'm leaning more to NXT 2.0. Well, besides the Dax and Cash thing, I was more entertained by the 2.0 show, and I know people are like, well, AEW had a lot of stuff on it, and I was like, to be honest, it had nothing that I was just like, oh my god, like, this is one of the banger AEW shows. Like, the only thing on it that, like, I enjoyed was the Dax and Cash stuff. Like, everything else, yeah, like, that, besides that, everything else felt like this was a filler episode. Like, this one, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, like, it felt like a filler episode, which a lot of times they have like a filler AEW episode and then go right back to like a banger, or like it could be two fillers and then here's the banger. So like it happens. It happens. So this is a thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, it's not. Like sometimes I could go be like, oh, there was like 3 or 4 banging things on AEW that was so awesome, but like the only thing that I really enjoyed was the FTR thing. Every filler episode, and Raw, like literally, like no matter how much stuff happened to it, it literally felt like, oh, it was just a Randy Orton thing with those other 7 people, and then it just went into the match, and it was like that's all it felt like to me. It was like, oh, that was just one big Randy Orton thing. All right, whatever.
Randy Orton celebration.
That's what it felt like. But NXT felt like it was a bunch of random ass moving things. Wait, what? Like, wait, how? Wait, what? It's just like, okay, it's like everything is like slightly paying off because they're gonna have spring breakout next week. So it's like, oh okay, well, yeah, that's okay. That's how I felt.
So this was
next week is the show, but like but it's just like a regular show. But like, yeah, that's all that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay.